All right, let's see.
Dude, Vitor looks pretty good right
let's
there.
See.
They reinflated him. What happened?
Well,
he doesn't look bad right
he
there.
doesn't look the best he's looked since the.
He's got extra around there.
Since the Golden Snitch came in, your boy Nowitzki.
You called Snitch?
The Golden Snitch.
But dude, there's no traps like the old Vitor.
No, it's not. But you know what? The old Vitor fought at a bunch of different weight classes.
Yeah.
The old Vitor from TRT days was 185er though, so you got a point.
Probably the most dangerous guy in the world when he was on TRT, spinning fucking heel kicks to your eye.
No, but dude, with the traps and the long mohawk.
Oh, he was
badass.
terrifying.
Dude,
when he wheel kicked Luke Rockhold in the
Yeah,
face.
that one.
Yeah,
That
dude,
one.
he's no joke.
The
man.
scary thing is he has the skills to back all that up.
Dude, he's
Along with that
lightning
training.
fast.
What is
lightning
he like? 38
fast.
now? What is,
He's
39?
definitely not in his prime.
He was the first Brazilian to come out with like legit boxing. Like, finally, a Brazilian with boxing. Shit, he came out and
Yeah, look at him there.
Look at there. Wow.
Ooh.
That's crazy. It's a crazy difference. But here's the thing that Chris
like a
Weidman
Weight
said.
And that's the
man.
same weight, right?
Yep. Chris Weidman had a good point, though. He said that it might actually help him because he wouldn't gas as much.
Come on,
because he was
Chris.
doing so much steroids before they
Excuse
would
me,
gas
sir.
so
I know
easy.
you beat him, but come on, Chris.
That's what he said.
Come on, man. No, I'm just saying. I'm talking to Chris. I'm not talking to you.
That's what he said, bro.
That's what he said, man.
This guy's good. Gerard Mousasi, he always looks like he doesn't give a fuck.
No, he looks like he's bothered. You're there to watch him fight. Like he's upset. if someone was like, "Hey, you know, Gerard Mousasi is a serial killer," I'd be like, "Yeah, that makes sense." Like he doesn't give a
He's
fuck about anything.
I think he seems like a real nice guy.
He's been fighting forever.
Yeah, he's legit. Remember when he knocked out Jacare with up kick?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then didn't Jacare fall into his triangle too? Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the man in Dream.
Just
nasty KO. With I don't think he fell in his triangle, did he? He did it to somebody else.
Didn't he, who did he triangle?
Jacare.
I remember him trying. He didn't try. I thought he knocked him out and Jacare fell into it. Or maybe he just knocked him out.
I think he just KO'd him and got off of him. But I think he did
You
that
might
to
be right,
somebody
but
else.
I remember triangle.
Yeah, I think he did that to somebody else where he
I'm mixing the
up-kicked him and
two, yeah.
triangled him. Yeah.
Just for old time's sake, when you like to see Vitor win.
You're Cam Haynes. You're one of those guys who wants to see a guy win.
Yeah, he does.
You're like
Keep
a
saying
rooter.
that, yeah.
Well, there's very rare rooting here. Like, of course, Eddie Bravo will be rooting for Tony Ferguson when Tony Ferguson fights
His
Dos
guys,
Anjos
yeah.
because
Hell
it's
yeah.
his boy. But for the most part, when we watch these fights, like people, like I know Vitor for sure. I've known him for a long time, and I've known Gegard. I like both these guys. So I watch this fight, and I just go like, But you're like, I want to see this guy win.
Yeah.
I like it.
Hey.
I like it.
I'm
sir.
a fan.
Yeah.
Oh, me too, man.
I'm a fan.
Yo, Brendan, can I get one of those?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
oh, can I get one?
Shit.
Corona, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
This is a.
Can you pass
I
that?
might
please?
want to have one too.
Thank you.
Oh, let's have a couple Coronas.
I feel like Cam wants to dip into this whiskey. You seem like a whiskey man.
You looking at that whiskey?
He's
son?
been eyeing it up.
You want some of that whiskey, Cam? We could all have a little gentleman's glass of whiskey. We got some ice there. Here we go.
We should celebrate your bowl.
Yes, we should celebrate. Look at Vitor moving. Gegard with a nice leg kick.
Okay, I'm going to be unbiased now.
Nah, you can't. There's no going back.
Here's the thing with Gegard. Gegard's got to be real careful of the blitz. He can't,
especially early. Yeah,
he
you're
can't
right, Joe.
disrespect that blitz.
I feel like he's too smart for that. I hope he is.
I think
Otherwise
so.
you get murked.
I think so too. But there might be an attitude that some fighters have that Vitor without the TRT is very vulnerable.
Not in those first 2 minutes.
No, not
That's
at
right.
all.
Yeah.
He was on.
Oh, see? Oh!
Oh, he's coming, son.
He
Oh,
is.
and Gegard.
No,
cracked
he
him.
says no.
He said no,
He gave him
bitch.
the Mutombo finger
Oh,
wave.
shit. He gave him the no.
Oh, amazing
Head
Mutombo
games.
reference, sir. I'm from
games.
Denver.
Gegard.
Come
Okay,
on
and then,
now.
And Gegard advances. You know what that means to me? That means to me that little finger might have had an effect.
I agree. Usually when guys do something emotional like that, it kind of fucked them up.
Nice
That leg
left kick to
or-
the body.
yeah, the body.
By
Powerful
Vitor.
short shorts by Vitor.
Vitor swinging. Vitor swinging. Well, that's the to be able to kick. You know, that's the worst thing about some Muay Thai.
Oh, God.
1-2.
Both landed.
The worst thing about them regular Muay Thai shorts, you ever see those Thai guys are always rolling them up?
Yeah.
Like sometimes those fuckers bind your legs, man.
Shit, John Dotson wears capris. His are so big. Have you seen his? They're so baggy.
I think the move is the tights. I think
agree.
everybody should be
Yeah.
forced to wear the tights
I
because you
think
don't
a
grab them.
sunga. Like why not do the sunga like the old school?
What's a sunga?
It's kind of like the Speedo style, Brazilian Speedo.
Damn.
Like
Rash
why not?
guards and
Dude,
spats.
hold up. What do you mean? Wow,
dicks are
you
gonna
want
come
guys? Well, come on, dicks are gonna start blubbing.
It's just a part of the fun.
Oh, so I'm crazy with
shit.
sungas, but you want to see him on a fucking grass football
Look at that
field?
beautiful takedown defense by Vitor. Gegard tried to close in for the takedown. Vitor's like, bitch, I've been fighting for 20 years.
Yeah, come on, bitch. I got
Check this out.
I have my master's degree in MMA.
And take this knee to the body on the way out, son. 1-2. That's 1-2 from me.
His speed hasn't left him. That's usually the last thing to go. I mean, the first thing to go.
You know what else hasn't left him? His work ethic. Vitor is a notoriously hard worker in the gym. Everybody that worked with him.
Oh, I did a training
Wrestling
camp with
coaches.
him. It's insane.
Yeah?
It's insane.
Tell me.
Insane.
Talk to me.
He just, he's the first guy that I really knew who did like a super camp where it's just about him. Like he brought in specific training partners. He brought in GSP, Nate McCart, myself. When he's fighting Anthony Johnson, he brought in just this core group of guys.
No shit.
Just for him. And then he'd have his jiu-jitsu coach there, wrestling coach, striking coach, all times.
And that was a good fight.
Did you just spar with him, or
For
just
what fight
Spar
was that?
grappling Anthony Johnson when he choked out Anthony Johnson at 170.
No, it was 185.
185,
and
sorry.
Anthony Johnson didn't make weight.
Yes.
That was in Brazil.
Correct.
And Johnson put the storm on him in the first round, that rumble storm.
Yeah.
And he survived the storm, and it was a big fight for Vitor because he overcame adversity.
Yep.
He was in trouble.
After that storm,
Yeah, and then he choked him
Rumble's
out.
done.
Yeah,
Isn't
well,
he? He
back
gets
then
gassed.
he was. Back then he was because he was losing way too much weight. The Rumble of today is different. Like if you watch the Rumble of today when he fought Phil Davis, he went 3 hard
No, he
rounds.
did. Yeah, that's
and
right.
Beat Phil Davis
point.
up. Yeah,
good
it's a
point.
different
Yeah.
Rumble. It's a different Rumble
for sure.
When he's at 205, but. If you want to like make that argument, Daniel Cormier was able to weather the storm and he grounded him out and then
Yeah.
he
Choked
actually
him
got
out.
the choke.
Yeah.
But
That's the fight I was thinking.
yeah,
of, where
he sucked him dry. But you have to also realize
Sucked him dry?
He
Excuse
did.
me, sir.
Not in that way. I mean, like his energy. How dare you?
Well,
How
Jesus
dare you?
Christ, that's a
well, he
tough
drained
reference.
him.
That's
I mean,
a hard
what he
one to
did.
ignore.
I'm sorry.
Sucked
It
him
was-
dry.
I'm not
I hear
thinking
you.
that way. I'm
I
thinking,
wasn't either.
I wasn't either. I was thinking in terms of like almost like a spider.
Yeah,
Like,
DC has suck you dry.
DC is such a grinder. You know, like he wears that shirt, the King of the Grind.
Yeah.
That shit's-
Embrace the grind.
Yeah, embrace the
Embrace the
grind.
grind.
No, he's the King of the Grind
No,
shirt.
embrace the grind.
No, embrace
sir.
the grind. Everybody.
No, that's
says.
DC's thing.
But doesn't he have a shirt that says King of the Grind?
I don't. Is it?
Why do I think he had? He had
I
that
thought
on
it's
a shirt.
embrace the grind.
Definitely, that's a wrestling statement.
But
But I
that's-
believe.
I thought that
oh,
was-
Mousasi
God.
heard him.
Yeah, the old 1-2 again.
I think he had the King of the Grind too. I might be mistaken.
No, you might be
making it
right.
up. Oh, yeah, King
Right
of the
there.
Grind. There it is. Thank you. I thought I was mistaken. But anyway,
Apologize,
when he
Brendan.
it doesn't matter.
Come on.
I wasn't sure I was right.
But he
I
does.
wasn't even sure I
He
was
wears
right.
both. He wears embrace the grind
sure.
from Cage Fighter, and then he wears King of the
Oh,
Grind.
knee to the body by Mousasi. But what my point was with that DC was able
both
to
of them, front and back. You got them both.
Both
Oh,
right.
oh, okay,
Both right.
Okay. My point was that DC was able to drain Johnson. He eventually got him to the point where you could tell Rumble was breaking and he was going to crack.
He broke his will.
He broke his
Yeah,
will.
he did. He just he gave him his neck, didn't he?
Vitor
Yeah.
did too.
Well, but the thing is, he was training for John Jones, who was most likely going to strike with him, and instead he got Daniel Cormier, one of the best wrestlers to ever fucking do it in MMA.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
not the best in MMA when you think about it.
World class.
Just go through his resume.
You got to watch him when he fights Josh Barnett to appreciate how fucking good his wrestling
Josh
is.
did break his hand in that fight though, early on,
So did Daniel. Daniel broke his hand too.
and he did mollywop him
Daniel
around.
scoops him up in the air and throws him to the ground. And this is a heavyweight. Barnett, who was the youngest UFC heavyweight champion ever, and Daniel Cormier hoists him up
All
in the air.
260 white
Boom!
pounds. Yes.
And just fucking throws him on the ground. Where
Dude,
you
he-
realize, like,
he
Jesus.
fucking pounced
Watch
Dan
this shit.
Henderson
Watch
off the
this shit.
mat.
And he does it off this power single. Look at this. Watch how he hoists him up here. Look at this. Come on, son.
That's
Nice.
fucking nuts.
Boom!
That's
Daniel
awesome.
Cormier. And remember what he did to Dan Henderson?
He did the exact same move to Dan Henderson, but literally like bounces
Exactly.
him. Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
D-
look at this.
WWE style.
Come
He
on,
looked like
man.
a little. Henderson looked like a little
Boom!
kid in that one.
Yeah, dude, that is some serious world-class throwing ability. And the Henderson fight, he did that about 10 times.
Yeah.
That's how
He's
goddamn
just
tough Dan Henderson is.
Throwing him around like a rag doll.
There's just a clear difference in size and horsepower and wrestling ability. I mean,
He
all
beat
the above.
Henderson?
Beat the shit out of him
Beat the brakes off him.
for 3 rounds.
And also, guys at that
I
level.
think he choked him out, right? Didn't he choke Dan asleep?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And guys at that level, that wrestling level, there's really no catching up when they're that good.
No, so good.
The only 2 guys I've ever wrestled where like, oh, there's nothing I can do is DC. He literally, I was like, all right, what the hell am I going to do here? And King Mo.
oh, yeah.
Who-
I would
and they're
imagine.
boys. And I was like, all right,
Dude.
you know what?
King Mo is one of those guys where when you saw him in the early parts of his career, you thought this guy has all the potential to be like an all-time great, like a serious world championship caliber wrestler.
He's had a really good career.
Yeah, he has had a really good career, but I feel like
What's the latest?
if
with him
he
now?
was in the UFC like early on, like more people would know.
Didn't he?
how
lose?
goddamn good
correct.
he
You're
is.
100%. With him, he's probably the nicest guy in the world. B, he might be the best fighter coach I've ever met in my life too.
Really?
Didn't he
Wrestling,
lose to
the way,
Phil
the way
Davis?
he'd break it down in a split decision. in Bellator,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that was to fight for the world title
The
against
belt
the
over
champ Liam. Yeah,
Well, the crazy one was when he fought. What was his name? Emmanuel
Newton?
Emmanuel
The
Newton.
spinning,
That spinning
back fist.
fist.
I know, man.
Wow, it was
Screwed him.
He
crazy.
stuffed that takedown again, Vitor.
Ooh, a little blood
Oh,
coming out of the
little cut,
forehead
yeah.
of Vitor. That's nothing though.
But King Mo was murking guys because remember he'd go over to Dream, do that, and then bounce back here, and then he
Yeah.
was like he's had a weird career path.
Remember
you
when he
know?
knocked out Seth Petrozelli?
Dude.
Nasty.
God,
Ooh,
those
beautiful
jabs.
jab by Mousasi. See, now Vitor, that blitz is not as effective. You're in the second round, and this is what Mousasi predicted, that he was going to stop him in the second. Oh, high
shit,
kick him.
son.
Oh, shit.
was-
Mousasi turning it up. Uppercuts.
Oh, this
Oh,
one's
Vitor's
over.
covering up.
It's close.
It's over, son.
Oh, Mousasi looks insane.
Oh, God.
Look at the technique
Damn.
here.
Looks like he's on a
Was that
elliptical.
the
He's
craziest
pouring it
flurry
on him.
ever? I mean,
Vitor survived that. That's
show
insane.
me another flurry that went down like that.
That was
Oh, beautiful throw. Oh,
Joanna.
this fight is in grave jeopardy of being stopped. Grave
Holy
jeopardy is what I just
shit.
said. You
Look
heard
at
me.
this.
That's impressive, man.
ferocity.
God damn, Mousasi.
He hasn't slowed down one bit. His cardio is insane.
Hey, I'm impressed with Vitor for weathering
Oh, look
that.
at
Look
those
out for that
elbows.
arm.
Look at those elbows that he's throwing. He's holding the back of his neck and throwing the inside.
Oh,
of
no.
Oh,
It's
he's
not
fucked.
good.
Oh, my
Not
good.
good.
He's fucked.
He's
yeah.
smashing
Not good.
Vitor. Oh, he got
Mousasi
the
can
choke.
grab
Good
him.
choke.
Yeah, it's over.
Wow.
Oh, Vitor surviving. Incredible.
Vitor's hanging in there.
Incredible.
He's hanging in there.
Incredible.
UFC
gotta have
legend.
guard.
It ain't that easy.
He's got to put him in full. Oh, he went 3/4 mount.
Oh, full mount.
full
He had him in
mount
half
again.
guard. He went 3/4 mount.
Oh, Vitor's getting smushed.
230 left.
God,
This
it's
is
a long
tough.
time left.
Yeah, that's an eternity for him.
Oh, with those landing,
You got to stop the fight, man. You
Oh,
got to
That's
stop
that's
the
it.
fight.
That's
That's
it.
it. Wow, Mousasi looked
Holy
fantastic.
Jesus.
Best jab at 185 too, I think.
Dude,
Wow.
that was some brutal striking on his part. And it's, you know what, man? He predicted it. He said he was
Yeah.
going to stop in the second round. He said, "I'm going to weather the storm in the first round. I'm going to stop in the second round."
Makes sense.
doesn't Vitor have to be close?
Yeah, he's 39.
I mean,
Should be over.
Close to sign with Bellator and get back on TRT.
That's the move, right?
that's what I was talking about.
You're-
Yeah,
think
I know.
you're
That's what I
right.
was thinking. Okay, that's what I assumed you were going for.
Look at this. High kick started off. Wow, he rattled him with that
Yeah.
high kick, man. That right hand.
yeah.
Oof. Dude, Vitor's in trouble. And look at this. Mousasi coming on like an Armenian demon.
Boom!
Oh, God. High kick. Boom! That right hand. Holy shit. Look at this combination.
I know.
Uppercuts. Oh, my God. Vitor is just
How
barely
did he
hanging
weather
in
that?
there. Heart,
That reminded
just
me of
heart.
that Joanna combination. Remember that? Whenever, whoever she was lighting up.
Penne.
Yeah, Jessica Panay. God damn. Real good stoppage. Real good stoppage.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
He gave him all the chances in the world to recover, but
'Cause he
You
weathered
give
it for a
legends
bit.
like that the
Yep.
kind of you give
Yeah.
them a little bit of leniency, right?
God damn, Gerard Mousasi's good.
Yeah.
That was like his best performance. His best
By
performance
far
in
in
the
the
UFC,
UFC.
for
Yeah, you're
sure.
right, Joe.
That's a big win.
When is he? When is Vitor? When was his last win?
Dan Henderson. He stopped Dan Henderson in the first round.
That was a little bit ago.
It was a while ago. I think it was 2 years ago.
Then the Golden Snitch said, "You want to do what?"
Well, that was
haven't seen him
that
win
was
in a while.
the last TRT fight. I think that was his last TRT fight.
Correct, sir.
No, I think it was post TRT stopped him in the first round again. He stopped him one time when he was scary Vitor. They fought a few times, and Henderson beat him. Henderson beat him by decision and pride. Then scary TRT Vitor stopped Henderson in the first round, and then non-TRT Vitor stopped Henderson again in the first round too. I'm pretty sure. Am I right?
Is he right on that?
Dude, I don't know shit.
Win head kick. What's the
Yeah,
date on
Luke
that?
Rockhold was for sure TRT. Dan Henderson was for sure TRT. Then the loss to Chris Weidman, and then Dan Henderson again. So the loss
Oh,
to
you're
Chris
right,
Weidman.
sir.
Yeah, he was deflated.
Hey, where was that fight though?
Which
that
one?
UFC Fight Night 77?
Brazil.
Was it Brazil?
It might have been Brazil. Where does it say?
Where does it say? Do I have skeptical hippo eyes?
Mm-hmm.
Sure
you
as
do.
fuck do.
Sao Paulo.
Yeah, so-
Skeptical Hippo does not think that Vitor was
So
off.
he won. Yeah, he won not
Brazil,
even a year
shady
ago.
area.
Yeah, so I guess that was a
in
year
November
ago.
5th.